Hi, I'm Jocelyn. This is my freshman year of college, and so far it has had its fair share of work, but it's been fun. I've found some amazing friends that share my learning community, and I've had plenty of opportunity to meet plenty of people outside of it too. For this video, I'm going to talk about what I've researched and the new understanding I've developed while I've conducted this self-observation. For this assignment, we spoke about Maslow's hierarchy of needs in freshman seminar. There are 5 stages: physiological needs, safety, love and belonging, esteem, and self-actualization. After understanding what factors into each stage, from the 5, we were instructed to pick the thing that we needed to work on most. There was sleep, healthy diet, technology, exercise, and gratitude. I chose diet, which in turn falls under safety, but I feel could be a part of esteem as well. My research question for this project was, what emerges about personal and academic success from changing my diet for 5 days? To start off, I chose healthy diet because it's something that I'm not very efficient in, and I've never been able to stick to a good diet. I also have very low energy. I'm always tired, and I feel that that's something that contributes to my stress levels. So the reason I chose it was so that I could see if it had an effect on how I could get throughout the day and my energy levels, if they went up or they got worse or didn't change at all. And I've got many people that say, and many sources that I've read that say to add more vegetables and fruits and things like that to contribute to a better diet that might help my energy levels. So I was going to try that. After starting research for this new healthy diet, I was able to look at a couple of different articles, one of which AJPH Research, which includes the article of Evolution of Well-Being and Happiness After Increases in Consumption in Fruit and Vegetables, where after conducting a study and using data, they were able to conclude that a high level of fruit and vegetable consumption appears to be predictive of greater emotional well-being on the following day. They also were to establish a statistical connection between psychological well-being and the amount of fruits and vegetables eaten. So after reading a couple of different articles that agree with the same thing, I decided to incorporate that into my diet, as well as more water and less sugar, less bread, but the most important part was incorporating fruits and vegetables to my diet. For this video, we were also supposed to come up with themes that we felt during our self-observation, so I'm going to be including some of those in what I talk about. So starting from the first day, I did feel a lot of doubt because when I started the diet exercise, I was doubtful that I would be able to keep up with it since I don't have a very good history of keeping up with diets. I had a lot on my plate at the time, and I had never really been great at sticking to diets. I'm discouraged easily, so that was one way that I was afraid I was not going to do well in. Nonetheless, though, I did incorporate breakfast into my diet since it's something I never do, and it's one of the most important things when it comes to dieting. I later found out that after reading some more research. I also ate some fruit and vegetables at lunch that day, and I drank a little bit of extra water. Despite being doubtful, I was a little bit hopeful to see if it would make a difference in my usual low energy and high stress. On day 2, I was feeling extremely tired that day. I was having a rough day. My allergies were really bad, because sickness always decides to come right when you really don't need it to be there. So I did stick to the same diet, but I was able to successfully add a little bit more water intake, and I did that despite not feeling well, and I felt a little bit more energy than the day before, but again, it was a really rough day for me. On day 3 of my observation, my theme was optimistic. This is a little bit of a funny day though, because I did feel improvement on how I was eating. Like I wasn't feeling as much bloated, and I did have those moments where I'm like, hey, this might actually work. And because of it, I had like a noticeable increase in energy and positive mood, which led to I didn't feel as stressed that day. It was a little hard though, because people around me were like eating all of my favorite things, and I was seeing things that I really, really wanted to eat that weren't going to be beneficial to my diet. So it was a little hard whenever I was around my family members and they were eating all the good stuff. So I was kind of lonely, but it was a really good day. Day 4 was a little bit of a struggle for me. It was a little bit of like disappointment in myself, but I was also proud because I did stay on the diet. I didn't eat as much fruits and vegetables as I did the day before. I was having trouble drinking a lot of water that day, but I did, towards the end of the day, I did all those things. I drank more water before before it was nighttime, and I did notice that I wasn't as sleepy like I normally was. I mean, I do have iron deficiency, but the healthy diet does help boost energy and overall wellness, and I kind of finally started to see that night. So it was a little bit of a mix, but it was good. Day 5 of my research my theme was acceptance, because it was finally the day when I decided that this was something I needed to do more than just a week. I was really excited that it was Friday, and I was reflecting back on the week, and I accepted that my old habits were generally bad, and I reflected on everything that I incorporated in my diet and things that I took out of it. And I also realized that my stress levels did go down successfully, and it was something that I needed to do for more than just 5 days. And it was a really big eye-opener, and I felt a little bit more understanding of what I needed to do. After doing my self-observation for 5 days and looking at my different themes, I had some good days and some bad days. I had some doubt and some achievement and some self-reflection. I was able to agree with the articles that I read, in which they say that happiness and well-being are largely influenced on food and healthy diets and what you put in your body. And I do agree with the part where it talks about eating fruits and vegetables and how much it can affect your energy in a positive way. And I think it's really something that everybody should take into consideration, and it's very hard to stick to, for sure. It really is, especially if you're not used to dieting. But I think that it's something that can truly benefit everybody, and it's a very enlightening topic to research and think about incorporating into your own life. At the end of this study, I felt like my favorite TV show character, my favorite DC hero, the Green Arrow, because he's just awesome. He's amazing, and I felt very accomplished, just like him. On my last the day after I finished my conducted research study. And there are some limitations, and as far as the study goes, like I said before, staying consistent and being able to encourage yourself to keep doing what you're doing and record at the end of the day and take time out of your day to really think about how to incorporate more stuff into your diet. And if I could go back and change one thing in this study, I think I would just be a little bit more proficient in how I did things, and maybe not slack off as much. But I really saw results, and I think that it's something that's a very awesome thing to witness within yourself once you do something just like this.